Dear learners, welcome back to the marketing course entitled The Art and Science of Marketing from Basics to Breakthrough. I, Dr. Asutosh Mohan, Associate Professor at Institute of Management Studies, Banaras Hindu University, BHU, would like to introduce you the lecture 3 of module 9 that relates with the designing and managing the value network and channel. So, this lecture 3 of module 9 week 9 is going to talk about how to design and manage the distribution channel. It is a very crucial decision which decides the fate of organization in terms of its sustainability, in terms of its success, or whether the organization will achieve what they actually wish to go for. Let us start the session with session objective. So, there are 3 objectives. First, understand the key steps in designing a marketing channel. We try to differentiate 3 specific distribution channel strategies, that is intensive, selective and exclusive. And finally, we try to evaluate how companies manage channel members. So, designing is one component and managing is another component. So, as per the tradition, we are starting the session with a real story to make you acquaint what we are going to deal in the session. This story is Boat, a very well known brand in audio electronics. Now, this Boat started its journey as a digital only brand, and they started selling their product through Amazon and Flipkart. But as the popularity or growth witnessed by the Boat, they tried to capture the options available on offline stores. They tried to opt for omni-channel presence, and this omni-channel presence actually opted by Boat to launch their exclusive brands for outlets, and they tied up with established retail outlets, say Chroma, say Reliance, and they showcase their product in those particular retail outlets. So, what is the learning? The learning is the channel design adapts with the brand maturity, balancing scale and control. It means you cannot go to cater all possible channels in the beginning until unless you develop a certain kind of scale, until unless you develop a certain kind of expertise, and with that scale and expertise you choose the right proposition, the right combination of channels where you can leverage the benefit without losing the control over the channel. That is what the design talks about, and that is what the management issues which organization need to look after in channel or in distribution channel. Let us take one by one. What is channel design? Channel design, if I go with a technical kind of definition, then definitely channel design is a process of developing new marketing channels or modifying the existing one that align with the customer need, competitive landscape, and definitely the competitive or company strategy. That is what required. But if you try to understand in a nutshell what exactly the channel design is, there are 3 terms, only 3 terms. One is what is ideal, second is what is feasible, and third is what is available. Just see the beauty. Ideal means what exactly you are looking as an organization to establish your distribution channel. This seems to be one kind of benchmark, this seems to be one kind of standard which you are looking to establish and get the maximum benefit. That is ideal. But whatever we are looking ideal in our day to day life, Will it be possible for us to achieve that ideal condition every time? No. We have to evaluate with our capabilities. Ideal is something like this, which requires this much of resources, and I have this much of resources only. So, what to do? It means ideal is something, but my capability, my resources are not making possible to reach to this ideal proposition. So, what is feasible? I am not able to reach ideal, but what is feasible? Matching with my capability and resources, that is another thing. But still, with feasibility, you diluted or you somehow worked with your ideal condition, and now you are thinking about, okay, I am not able to go for this ideal, now I am going with this feasible one. But you have to have check with the market condition. Whatever you are thinking feasible might not be available. So, you are thinking I have to have a very good wholesaler in market X, but you are not finding a capable good wholesaler with certain experience, certain resources in market X. The wholesaler is not available in market X. So, your feasibility is not matching with availability, then what will you do? This is what the challenge of designing and managing the distribution channel. So, remember 3 words to understand designing and managing. What is ideal? What is feasible and what is available, because you have to work with the availability rather than with the ideal condition and just wait the things to occur and accordingly you reach to the ideal propositions. Fine. Let us move further. What are the different factors influencing the choice of channel? There are different factors. I categorized as per Kotler the product factors, the market factors, the institutional factor and the unit factors. Now, what exactly these are? The product factors. Product factor in terms of the nature of the product, in terms of the technical complexity of the product, in terms of the product line length and in terms of the market position, what it represents. Nature of product. For example, if a product is perishable in nature, will you go for more distribution channel partners in your product distribution channel? No, because your product nature is perishable. You have to have ensure the shorter distribution cycle to keep intact the quality of your product. That is product nature. Technicality. If a product is very complex, very technical and which cannot be possible to sellable by any retailer or wholesaler at the marketplace, where certain kind of expertise is required, don't you think you will go with the direct channel, where your engineer is talking and explaining, removing the doubts and confusion to make the selling possible? So, the technicality of the product is also guiding the choice of your distribution channel. Similarly, whatever the conditions, whatever the product line length and market position which you are holding at the market, that is also one of the guiding force for channel design. Suppose your market line length is very big and you have multiple product lines available, then you may think about opening your exclusive store. But you have certain limited product line, very short product line, where opening a exclusive store or opening your own store is not possible, because you are offering a very small or short product line. You don't have the entire product line to serve one kind of requirement of the market. So, product line is also deciding what exactly you are going to design. Your market presence. Market presence means your impression, your product, your brand impression at the marketplace, at the target segment. If you are having certain exclusive kind of impression, will you go to sell it from the mass distribution channel? Not possible. That is what we need to understand. Now come to the another factor, that is market factor. Now what is market factor? Market factor means market structure, availability and competitor. This is actually representing the available option. What is available? What is the structure of market? What is the different available channel partners in the market, and how competitors are working in this market? Is there any possibility where you can match the competitor or deviate the competitor to reach greater success in your market presence? You have to analyze these external factors to decide, to design what actually your distribution channel will look like. The third factor, institutional factor. Institutional factor relates with your internal abilities. What is the resources you are committing to develop this distribution channel? What kind of promotions, what kind of post-sale service support you are going to provide to your selected distribution channel member. So, it's your internal capability, your resources, your commitment, your commitment to provide a certain kind of support to your distribution channel, not only in selling, that is what promotion you are imposing, you are trying to convince the market, you are trying to communicate, as well as ensuring the post-sale service support to your channel member. The last one, unit factor. Unit factor is talking about the characteristic or capabilities of your possible tentative channel members in terms of their expertise, in terms of their experience, in terms of their resources, the financial capability, the handling experience of the product on which you want to be part of distributing the same. So, unit characteristic is talking about the capabilities and resources of your identified channel member and checking the suitability whether they are meeting it or not. So, there are 4 factors. The first one is related with product, the second one is related with marketer, the third one is related with your own internal assessment, and the last one is related with the distribution channel partner to whom you are looking to associate, their capabilities, their resources. These are 4 factors which are actually guiding the channel design decision. Now, let us move to the channel design decision or the steps in channel design decision. It is basically a 5-step process. Now, what is 5-step process? The first thing is you have to understand the customer service need. Then you have to set the channel objectives. Identify the alternatives, which we already discussed in terms of types of intermediary. The objectives we already discussed in the first lecture, where we talked about the different possible functions, different possible reasons why the distribution channel members are required for any organization to make the availability of product at the marketplace. Evaluating and selecting those options, and finally implementing and adopting over time. Let us take one by one. The first one is analyzing the customer's requirement. How will you analyze? There are certain parameters to analyze. For example, lot size, waiting time, spatial convenience, product variety, service backup. Don't you think as a consumer we keep on evaluating these factors? Don't you think whenever we purchase any durable, we are also concerned about its installation, its after sale service, maintenance, warranty, availability of a spare part? That is part and parcel of our customer service. Lot size, whether we want to purchase in a small quantity or a big quantity. If we want to purchase a big quantity, then possibly we may look for a wholesaler as a distribution channel members to go as a consumer. If we want to purchase in small sizes, then possibly we will go to the retailers, different kind of retailers, which we try to understand in our last lecture. Similarly, the variety which we are looking for. So if you are going to wholesaler, possibly you are not looking for greater variety. But if you are looking for variety, the assortment, the number of SKUs, more option to evaluate, you need to go for the retailer, and accordingly the marketer need to understand what exactly they are looking for. Take the example of spatial convenience. What exactly it is? How good you are, how good you feel inside the store in terms of navigating in the store. Several times we are finding few stores are very congested, very crowded, and where navigation is a problematic proposition. Yes or no? I keep on finding the different individuals who simply say, I don't want to go to the hypermarket. I keep on asking why. They said, it's very crowded. Movements are very restricted. Even the billing counters are having the lines, and I don't want to wait. So what kind of convenience you are looking for? What kind of spatial convenience? They are good to purchase even their groceries from nearby mom and pop store by just making a call and saying deliver it to my doorstep. Rather than going and putting the items in their cart, the basket, moving in the different lanes of the store with hustle and bustle of the crowd, and accordingly then making a wait for their turn to come for billing, they don't want. So what kind of a store you want? What kind of facility you want? Don't you think that is going to be the starting point for any organization to design, to understand the customer requirement? And this is why this actually the first step of channel design decision. Next one, we already discussed the objectives. What is our objective? We want to design, we want to make our channel as a tool of promotion. We want to ensure the maximum availability. We want to make sure for accessibility with convenience. We are looking for enhancement of market share. We are looking for more margins to earn. We are looking for different possible reasons associated, different possible objectives associated with the channel design. We already discussed those particular elements. Now let's move to the third step, identifying major channel alternatives. Even in this, we already discussed the type of intermediaries, whether that is direct channel, indirect channel, reverse, digital, horizontal, vertical, and even we discussed the type of intermediaries where we talked in terms of merchants and the agents and the different categorization of those merchant and agent into different further categorization. So I hope you remember, you recall those types of intermediaries which we are not making to make you understand again. What we are concentrating here, it is the number of intermediaries. What exactly it represents. And it's a very crucial decision in any channel design decision. The number of intermediaries involved in channel design decision. There are three possibilities. One is exclusive, second is selective, and the third one is intensive. What does it mean? Exclusive channel, if your product is a class product, your market segment is small in nature, and you want to enjoy a kind of premium image where you are selling to class with certain add-on facilities, certain add-on pleasures, then you go for exclusive distribution. So by and large, you will find the luxury brands are working beautifully with this exclusivity which they create with their distribution network. So if you want to purchase any exclusive car, you may not find a showroom in tier 2 or tier 3 cities. If you want to purchase even say Bose product as a sound product, sound engineering which they are talking about, you will find the exclusive shops of Bose on in a very few metro cities only in India, otherwise it's available online. This is what we are talking about exclusivity. Then second possibility, selective. Selective means it's relatively more accessible than exclusive, but is still selective, not open to sell from all possible distribution channel available at the marketplace. So if you are serving, if you are catering to all possible distribution channel available at the marketplace, it means you are moving to the third one, that is intensive distribution. So wherever your product is possible to sell, you try to sell it. Remember, the FMCG products are using this intensive distribution strategy by and large by every organization. So you may find the biscuits, soaps, the snacks not only in the big organized retailers with mom and pop stores, even with the street vendors, hawkers, your nearby chai pan shop, that is also having the availability of these products. So whatsoever the possibility, you don't want to unturn, you don't want to untouch any of those possibility, and you keep on selling your product maximum with all possible options. That is what intensive distribution. Now what is selective? Selective means you are one step ahead to the exclusive but one step back to the intensive. It means you may have certain exclusive stores and you may have your product accessible or sellable to certain other stores. Take the example of apparels. Aditya Birla Group. They are having lot of brands in apparel, whether it's Louis Philippe, whether it's Van Heusen, whether it's Peter England, many brands under their kitty. So they have their exclusive showrooms for these brands. Beside that, they are also having the one combined showroom in name of Planet Fashion. And beyond this, you may find they also make their product lines available through different reputed organized apparel retailers. You may find the product say in Max, you may find the product say in Shoppers Stop, you may find the product in other organized apparel retailers. So they are enjoying the exclusivity with their store, and they are also offering a wider accessibility with certain product tie-ups as a certain retailers tie-up as a distribution channel member and ensuring the distribution, ensuring the sellability of the product. This is what selective distribution is. Now what are the terms and responsibility of channel member that also need to be decided and that also need to be understood while designing the channel. Next step, how to evaluate the major channel alternative. There are three specific criteria. One is called economic criteria, another is called control criteria, and the third one is called adaptive criteria. Economic criteria. Economic criteria, by name you can guess what it might be. Wherever you have the possibility of earning more and more profits, that's what the economic criteria. From where you can make selling more possible, from where you can get more volume, more margins, that's what the economic criteria of choosing the channel. Control. Control criteria talks about how good you are in terms of dictating your terms and condition and how good the other party as your distribution channel member ready to accept your dictations. That is what control is. Don't you think that is also one of the crucial factor to decide, one of the crucial factor to identify and evaluate who is going to be my channel partner. And the last one, adaptive criteria. Adaptive criteria means how open-minded your channel partner is and ready to change as per the requirement of the market. Remember, we already covered, if you are not adapting or adopting as per the marketing environment or market environment, you are bound to perish. So, how good your channel member, how willing and ready and showing the eager to change as per the market condition, that is also a very crucial criteria to evaluate and find out the most suitable kind of channel partner in your distribution channel. Next one is channel management decision. So, all those steps were related with designing the channel. Now, you designed, you evaluated the channel members on 3 criteria: economic, control and adaptive, and you identified accordingly, this is going to be my channel partner and my channel will look like this, whether it's an exclusive, whether it's a selective, whether it's an intensive. So, you completed your design part. As per the customer requirement, you started understanding the objectives of your own organization, then try to understand the possibilities present in terms of different intermediaries, the level of distribution you want to wish for, understanding the terms and the responsibility or defining the terms and responsibility of channel members, and then evaluating the different possible options in your hand and picking the best one. That's what the channel design is. Now come to the next part, channel management. How will you manage? Manage means selecting the channel member, training the channel member, motivating the channel member, evaluating the channel member, and finally modifying the channel arrangement. Yes or no? Selecting channel member means after evaluation you identified this is bound to be my channel partner. But don't you think you have to enter into a formal kind of arrangement where you are giving certain terms and conditions, certain agreement, certain other elements which ensure, which guarantee that this channel member will work as per your requirement and they will fulfill the market condition in a best possible manner. So, you select the channel member. When you select the channel member also need to get acquaint with your organization requirement, your organization culture, your organization product and services which you are offering. So, you have to have trained them. That's what the technical producers are doing. Time to time you may find the automobile companies used to call the employees of their distribution network members and train them with the changes, with the technology, with the different other elements which they need to know and present to the market, because your channel members are going to be the face of your market. So, training on technical dimension is one thing. Beyond that, even the soft skill trainings, how to deal with customer, how to remain happy even in the adverse situation, how to manage the stress, how to communicate, these are also very crucial elements which you have to have trained to your channel partners, the employees of the channel partners. That's what the training aspect is. Next, if you train, but you have to sustain the motivation, how will you do? So, there are certain motivational techniques or powers available through which you can motivate your channel member. How can? One is coercive, then we have reward, then we have legitimate, then expert and referent. What exactly these are? Sounds nice, but just try to understand. Coercive, it means you simply put pressure on your channel member that we entered on these terms and conditions, and I am much powerful than you and you have to follow my terms and conditions. You just provide a kind of threatening advices. It's a kind of punishment which you are posing. You are simply enjoying the power and then saying, okay, I am not going, you didn't work properly, I am going to cut these particular elements, I am not going to give this much of discount because your performance doesn't meet the targets. It's a kind of coercive. This is a kind of punishment. And punishment is also a kind of motivation. Yes or no? Obvious. Second one is reward. So punishment, the other factor, reward. Whether you are providing certain monetary benefit, non-monetary benefit, recognizing that you are the best channel member, you belong to the gold category or diamond category of channel, giving certificate, recognizing their effort, giving lots of monetary benefit in terms of freebie, greater discount, or maybe certain other promotional activities which you want to offer to your channel member as a reward. This is what reward power is. What about the next one? Next one is legitimate power. Now, what is legitimate power? Legitimate power means usually in the terms and condition there used to be one particular clause. In case of any particular dispute, the case will be handled or the jurisdiction of this particular court will apply to us. So you may go for certain kind of arbitration, judicial or legal course of action. You are simply imposing, these are mentioned under our terms and condition and you cannot move, deviate, otherwise I will take a legal action. This is what legitimate power is. Agree? Sometime it also happen. What about the other power? The other power is expert power. Expert power means, suppose you are holding an expertise and your channel partner is dependent on you for that expertise. Don't you think you have a better position to bargain and negotiate? You have a better position to dictate because you have an expertise. And if you move away that expertise, the existence of your channel member will be at stake. So you have an expert power, and that expert power will definitely guide the functioning of the channel. Last one is referent. Referent is again a power, and that reflects the power of branding. How much reputation you hold at the marketplace, how much brand power you hold in the mind of customer, that is what referent power is. And several times we identify even this referent power as in terms of one new marketing practice that is called. So this referent power sometimes also reflects in terms of ingredient marketing. Ingredient marketing means we enjoy a certain brand power that even the original equipment manufacturer want to highlight that this ingredient is actually involved in manufacturing of the product. Did you ever witness a logo on your computing device? Logo is very small but very prominent and having a reputation. Intel inside. On many devices you will find this logo on your device, Intel inside. That's the power of Intel, that's the power of semiconductor producer Intel, the chip producer Intel is having, that any particular big brand or a small brand just making this Intel inside logo to be pasted on the device creates a kind of impression for the organization. So if you have this kind of referent power, if you have this kind of reputation, definitely you are bound to motivate your channel member, behave as per my requirement, do as per my requirement, work to your fullest and achieve what I wish to achieve with you. This is what referent power is. Now let's take some real world examples. Real world examples in terms of 4 examples. First one is Apple. They are selective and exclusive in distribution. You will find the Apple stores very limited. and you may find the product apple may not be available to all the retailers. Lenskart, another big mover, a big success at crowded marketplace of opticals. They opted for the direct and franchisee and the mix of these two, and they are catering to the market in a very successful manner. Amazon, a world known brand, they opted for intensive and they opted for algorithm driven partner selection, who are going to be their partner to build this e-commerce platform. Then we have Asian Paints. Asian Paint, they opted for deep channel training and analytical tools. Why? Because in paint industry again some dramatic changes are going on, where the phenomena of postponement is visible, where the differentiation in product is possible at the point of retailer. That is why they are able to sell more than 1,000 color shades at the marketplace. Just imagine if a retailer has to keep all those 1,000 shades in different pack size, and even if a retailer is having 2 units for each pack and each size, take an hypothetical example. 1,000 shades, 3 packs, 3,000 SKUs, keeping 2 units of each SKU means you are having an inventory of 6,000 units at your store. But still after having 6,000 unit in your store, you cannot guarantee that the third customer will get what he or she desires for. So it may possible one fine day mera wala pink or mera wala blue asked by 3 customers and you have only inventory of 2. So your 5,998 units lying in a store is a waste, because you are not able to serve the third customer with a desired color shade. So what they are doing? They are postponing this particular differentiation of colors. They are making it in a white, then establishing a tinting machine with a computer, with a stainer. The retailer need to take the responsibility as per the customer choice. They are entering the values. The machine automatically opens, they need to open the lid of the paint, white paint, base paint. The machine automatically drops the different colors as per the proportion actually identified and coined by the Asian Paint, and then they mix it, steer it and pack it and deliver it to the customer. Don't you think that requires a kind of commitment, that requires a kind of training, that requires a deep understanding of a retailer how to provide these kind of product? This is the beauty of distribution channel. So in summary, effective channel design is strategic, not accidental. What does it mean? It cannot be designed with your gut feel. It cannot be designed by simply thinking that I am an artistic person, whatever comes in our mind, whatever comes in my mind, that is bound to be true. No, it's not. It needs to have certain scientific backing, certain base on which you are designing strategically what your channel will look like and how actually it is going to work. So fit between brand promise and delivery path is essential. You are promising certain element, but your channel is not promising the same. You are trying to create a class image, but you are opting for intensive or selective kind of distribution channel. So your brand position and your distribution channel functioning need to move in tandem to each other. Managing partner requires ongoing relationship building and control. That's what we try to understand. Remember, we discussed up to the motivation, but after that there are other things also that was related with the corrective actions. If you find, suppose even after motivating you are finding the certain channel members are not working as per your expectation, then what will you do? You simply tell them certain corrective actions. Go in this manner, you are doing wrong things and you have to take this corrective action. Good enough. If they are following, they will return back to their original path where they are trying to match with your expectation. But even after instruction, even after the control mechanism, if your channel partner is not working, not cooperating, not performing, then what will you do? Will you carry that channel member for eternity? No. There are no as such requirement that you enter into a channel that you will remain in the channel. Think about replacing that channel member. Think about selecting new channel member to replace this non-performing channel member. That is what this summary talks about, managing the partners, and it's an ongoing relationship building with control mechanism. This is what we need to understand. So, post-session assignment, a usual trend in my usual thing, not to say trend, it's a usual thing in my sessions. So just try to answer. I am not giving you lots of homework to do. I am simply giving you certain questions to think, to ponder, to understand, and try to correlate what you learn in the session. What could go wrong if a premium brand choose an intensive channel strategy? Just imagine, and you will feel a kind of a smile on your face. What will be the consequences? What will be the feeling if this situation hypothetically arise? If you have any further interest, read the Bain and Company report, Winning the Channel Partners. It's a very comprehensive report and it may give you an assess how and why you need to select your channel partners in a very wise manner and manage them in an optimum manner to build a long lasting relationship. Thank you for trusting the course, thank you for remain attached with the course and the learning. So I keep on saying happy learning and happy life. Thanks again.